Hi there, this is Jody, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the employee engagement workshop. This, in my opinion, is best done in person. So what I've done is fly out to many companies and met with teams. The ideal number is between 8 and 12 people, and it's great if the manager is there. So this workshop is really, really fun and very revealing for everyone on the team. And the whole idea is to bring everyone closer and feel more like they are part of the team, which will increase their level of feeling appreciated and then their desire to be more productive. So the way we do this workshop, or I do this workshop, is with games. I start out with like a little bit of a slow meditation to get everybody to calm down from their day. So that's about a 3-4 minute thing, and it's pretty good. I mean, this is based on a lot of science, and I've gone through many of them, and they work really well. It just kind of brings everyone together quietly, and we close the door. There are no interruptions. Phones are turned off, and we do this very short, quiet meditation. You don't have to say anything, but it's a very peaceful way of getting people to just calm down and be in the same space. Then we start with these games, and the whole workshop is games until the end when we analyze what's going on, and everyone participates in this workshop, and you will find out amazing things about the people on your team and the ways they can contribute, or things about them you never knew, talents that you never knew they had because maybe they were afraid to speak out. So it's a very safe environment. So the first game we play is called What's Your Style? And so what we're trying to figure out with this game, and I'll explain how the game works, is are you a micromanaging type? Are you a person who has to control everything around you? Are you a multitasker? Do you thrive on that, or does that stress you out? Are you a bit of a bully with your peers, with your employees, with your subordinates? That will come out in this workshop, but in a very positive way. Are you an open communicator? This will come out in these games that we play. Are you the cheerleader on the team? Is that something you like to do? Is it something you wish you weren't? Do you have a positive attitude, or more of a naysayer, I doubt all this? So when I remember this one workshop I did for a global health company, and there was this one naysayer. It was a woman, and she sat there with the classic body language. I've taken courses on body language for years, so I can recognize someone's body language, and I watch people as they walk in the room. Just so you know, I'm very in tune. I get there early so that I can watch everyone come in, where they sit. I'm taking notes. I'm actually doing a lot of observing before we even start, and that comes into play too. So we'll figure out what's your style. And now the first game we play is called Colors and Animals. We have a whiteboard up in front. Everyone has a chance to do this color animal game. I'm not going to tell you how we play it. It's based on science. It's based on years of me doing this, years of research, taking the best practices and things that work. There's psychology, there's sociology, there's work happiness studies. Everything's incorporated into these games that I've developed over the years and done in major corporations. So the first game is called Colors, and everyone will participate. It's really, really fun. It elicits laughter. It makes people really think. So it's really cool. And animals. So sometimes it's not just an animal. It might be an inanimate object, but it's always something, it's always something that represents something. I'll just leave it at that. And that's really, really fun, because then we go around the room and we talk about this, and it reveals more and more about each person on the team and what others have always thought of that person on the team and maybe didn't realize. So this is a big eye-opener, and it just opens the floodgate of fun and communication and laughter and understanding. And there are some deep moments. I mean, there was one I did for a global consulting firm, and one guy actually started to tear up because this exercise, this game, meant so much to him that it really brought out a part of him no one had seen before, because he was kind of known as a bully, but he wasn't. So these are the sorts of things you'll figure out when we play Colors and Animals. Then we end with a game called Be the Boss. I love this game. It's a card game. I have all the cards. They've been developed and white labeled. They're beautiful. Everyone on the team has a chance to be the boss. and there are rules, and they get to ask certain questions, and there's voting on the best answers. And sometimes you might pick a card that says make it up. So people have to figure out if someone's making up their answer, or if they're giving a real answer, or which answer is the best answer to this question. So everyone's really thoughtful, and everyone gets a chance to be the boss. So I think this game is really, really fun. And again, you're going to learn so much about your team. So this is really a fun workshop. This is one of my favorite workshops to give. And I give this mostly to teams, like a sales team, or let's say your team's remote and people are all over. You bring them all together, and we do this as a team, and all of a sudden everyone feels like they're part of it. One global company, I can't say what they are, but they're in tech. They're a big tech company. And by the end of this workshop, one of the team members came up to me and asked to speak with me down the hall, and started literally crying, saying, I was about to quit. But after this workshop, I am so re-engaged. Now I really understand my teammates, and I realize I'm being supported, and I realize that we're all in it together, and we all want to help each other. So that ends up coming out of this too. So you'll be blown away by this workshop. This again is one of my favorite workshops, the employee engagement workshop. And things you'll learn about appreciation and how to support your team, and your employees will become more engaged. They'll feel like they belong, they'll be inspired, you will understand them more, they will understand you more. So it's very important that a manager of the team is there. So my recommendation for this workshop is for teams and the manager, and the whole thing takes about 2 hours, sometimes 3. It all depends on how deep we go and how people are. And I have to tell you, it's very, very revealing. It's fun, and I absolutely love doing this. And I think it should be done in person. I've never done this on Zoom. I don't feel like it's as effective. A lot of the other workshops can be, like the peak performance, very, very good on Zoom, because I'm coaching people every single week on TV. So that one you could do no problem on Zoom, one-on-one with your team, whole thing. But this one should be in person with a team, or even a board of directors, if they're willing to be open, or a C-level teams if they're willing to be open. I did it once with a C-level group, and I found they weren't as open. Some were, but some weren't, because they were so concerned about their position. So I think it's the most effective when it's with a team in a certain division, like a team of engineers, or a team of accounting people, or a team of salespeople, or a team of product development, or a team of customer relations, or a team on HR. So any sort of team you have. So that's what the workshop's about. Can't wait to hear from you. Can't wait to come out and do this workshop for you and your team. And I'm Jody Miller, and I'm your trainer and your coach, and I believe in every one of these workshops because they've worked time and time again all over the country, and I actually have done them internationally as well. So look forward to meeting you and hearing from you as well.